Afternoon everybody, welcome to another edition of WEBBY'S World in my little manor. We're down by the beach with my big pal Simon. It is a Wednesday afternoon, it's about 3 o'clock-ish and we got lots to talk about. Horse racing and football. It's going to be bonanza, believe me. How are you, Ty?
I'm good, mate, thank you. Yeah. All the best, you? How are you?
Superb.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on this extra one. I know we do our Friday, Saturday and what have you, but this is a bit more special. And the reason why it's special is because
someone's making money.
Someone's making money, yeah, that's good. Well, we hope so. Right, listen, how am I going to start this? I did a vlog a couple of weeks ago, and I've had quite a lot of messages, people sending me saying, Webby, there's no guy in this world, and especially Irish, to go into a Bookies in Liverpool and have 25 grand each way. That's what I'm going to start. I'm going to kick it off with, all right? He didn't. He went in. My pal's pal overheard a conversation. He had 25 grand each way. Don't know what price it was. SP was 33s. Was the Grand National entry, what, 3 weeks ago, called it Nick Rocket, and he won just under £1 million. Absolute quality. So well done. So if you got the right end of the stick or whatever, I do apologise. He didn't walk in and put the money over the counter, which there's no way he can do. Right, that's the first thing. Let's get that out the way. I do apologise. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button, because it helps me and it buys me a cup of coffee and it keeps me going for my retirement.
It gives him something to do because he's getting old and he's getting bored is what he means.
Oh,
so right, please keep the views coming, keep clicking the button and passing it on.
Thank you very much indeed, big man. Right, listen, this is what we're talking about today. My good pal Mark the Bookie. Right now, it's all going to be ad-lib, this is, so you better just be careful. He's a big Man City fan from Macclesfield, known him for 30 years, top fella. He has his own little bar called Hops and Grapes, or is it Hopping Grapes? Hopping Grapes in the Portocolon first floor level. If you want to go in there, if you want to have a football bet, bit of a GG, go and have a few bob, go and see all the staff. There's some lovely staff in there, and enjoy. All right, first floor level, and you'll enjoy. Right, the reason why I'm talking about Mark the Bookie, he messaged me a couple of days ago and he said, Webby, I've got this bet going on. He has one or two big bets at the start of each season. Now, he has had a £200 bet. He walked into Corals last year, pre-season, and the 3 teams that he's done to win, he's had 200 quid on Leeds United to win the championship at 11-4. At the moment, they're top of the table, ahead of Burnley. Second one was Birmingham City to win Division 1 at 2-1. They're champions, aren't they?
Champions.
Already, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Superb. Dino, top man. And the third one he's had, which I don't know where he got this one from, he's had Doncaster Rovers to win Division 2 at 6-1. Now where he got that from, I'll never ever know. Ben Sheaf used to play for Doncaster a few years ago before we got him. And he was a Gunners as well. And the thing is, where did he get Doncaster from? Anyway, so cut long story short, you can see the bet on the front of the thumbnail. I've put it up there for you, so it's a fact. All right, back last year, this is what he's done. And if it wins, the payout from Corals is 15,750 quid.
Not bad for a £200 treble, is it?
And to be honest with you, I watched Leeds obviously win the weekend.
Stoke.
Beat Stoke 6-0, well done to Leeds. I was looking at Doncaster because you had Bradford City who had a great run, then dipped, they won the weekend, so they're staying tight. And you've got Port Vale that played away to Carlisle last week, who the manager is Mark Hughes, ex-Man United, yeah, okay. And
bad manager, though,
yeah, bad, yeah.
He's a rubbish manager.
The second from the bottom. Is it Blundell Park or Borden? Carlisle.
That's Oldham, isn't it? Blundell
yeah,
Park.
what's Carlisle? Something similar.
No, it might be
something similar. Anyway,
Park,
so basically, yeah, could be Boundary. Come on. So cut long story short, they won 3-2. They missed a penalty, Port Vale, and Doncaster to score a winner in extra time. So Mark must have been jumping the roof. Anyway, so basically all 3. So Birmingham at top of the table, Leeds at top with 2 games to go, and Doncaster are top of the table as well. Now, before we go and tell you what Mark's last year's bet was, you wait till this one comes out. You've seen it on it anyway. Let's have a look. Now, Leeds United, they've got Bristol City at home Saturday. Hope they win. And the reason why I want him to win, number one, and number two, Bristol City are in the playoffs with Coventry in the Borough. I think Millwall's got a bit of a squeak as well. Big shout to Millwall, John. I think that 2 out of, was it? Brunton Park. I think it's out of Coventry, Bristol City and Middlesbrough. Lorraine, my next door neighbour, big Borough fan, and my pal Kevin on number 4, 5 or 6, whatever you are. Good luck to you. 2 out of 3, we think that's what it's going to be. So Leeds, we need Leeds to beat Bristol City, and Leeds are away to Plymouth, who beat us 3-1 on the weekend, and we played poor. We didn't deserve anything, but they're bottom of the table and they're battling, aren't they? Really, really battling to stay up in the championship.
Did they beat you?
3-1. I thought you were a football man.
But didn't they shock someone the other last week as well?
Yeah, they won 3 at home on the bounce.
They were bottom.
Yeah,
and they beat. It was top. They beat Sheffield United or someone.
Yeah, I think it'd be Sheffield United
last week. Yeah,
at home 2-1.
Yeah.
I think Sheffield United won 1-0. And Burnley are away to QPR, and
come on, you R's.
Home to Millwall. So, Pete from Burnley, congratulations all you Burnley fans, and congratulations to all you Leeds United fans for getting promoted to the Premiership. It all depends, as far as this vlog and Mark's concerned, who's going to win the league. And if they win the league, Leeds and Doncaster, then he picks up just under 16 grand from Corals, and I'll fly on with it. Anyway,
while we're talking about it, I just want to say to my friend, my mate from primary school, Colin Badd, he's been a Leeds fan since primary school, right? So you're talking 50 odd years. He goes to games. He's a famous cricket author. He writes a lot of stuff about cricket. Yeah. And I just want to say to him, you've been there, you know, with Leeds up and down, up and down. Just want to congratulate you, mate, on promotion again. But like you said to me the other morning, you've got to need an oil rich man to come and buy you to keep you in the Prem. Good luck with that. A big shout out to my mate Tom, who's gone back today, and he was in Portocolon area, Fania Bay, and he said, Webby, you've never seen like in your life. Leeds United beating Stoke. Every bar had Leeds on, and every bar was absolutely rammed. Big shout out to Kevin at Bremner's Bar. I bet they've been busy. Oh, 2 doors up from my old pub, The Plough, which Dawn and I had back in '94. He said, Webby, we were absolutely rammed all day, and they stayed for the Burnley-Sheffield United game. All right, it didn't go their way, but it is what it is. You're still top of the table. Let's hope. I do want you to win it for Mark, not for me, for Mark. Right, let's move on quickly to Division 2 before we go to the other 2 more big things to come up a little bit later in the show. Just join the channel, WEBBY'S World in my little manor in Kawasaki in sunny Tenerife. And what temperature we got today, kid? Do you reckon? 22, 23. 22, 23. Yeah, it's lovely. That's with a bit of a wind. If there's no wind there, you're talking 24, 25 degrees. Right, let's move on to Division 2. Now, Doncaster got 78 points. 75 Bradford, 3 behind. And 77 is Port Vale, who had a great run. And they've just dipped a little bit. Anyway, Doncaster has got Bradford City at home this weekend. And then they're away to Notts County, who are having a good little run. So that's two tough games. And Port Vale away to FC Wimbledon and at home to Gillingham. So again, they're all tough games. But Gillingham, they're in the middle of the league, aren't they? Yeah. So they've got nothing to play for. So mid-table. So good luck to Mark the Bookie with regards to that. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you very, very quickly, before we go on to another big Irish bet that if you've not seen, you've had your head buried in the sand, that's for sure. But before we do that, as I say, Mark the Bookie has a big bet every year, 1 or 2. This is the one they had last year. Right, bet 365, 23-24. He walked into the bookies, well, he probably had a couple of other bets, and he online, this is what he's had. He had a 6-timer. City of Troy to win the derby at 4-1, boom, in. Man City to win the Premiership, boom, in, 8-11. Leicester to win the Championship at 4-1, boom, in. Celtic to win the Premiership in Scotland, which is not difficult at the moment, 4-6, boom, in. And Dundee United at their Tannadice to win the Championship, 6-5, boom, in. And he had 1 left to go. Wrexham to win Division 2. At Christmas, no, after 10 games, they were 16th. And what happened? They finished 2nd behind Stockport County by 2 points.
that 200 quid would have got him a figure of £137,000.
I wonder what the cash out was.
Yeah, I'll be.
When Wrexham went top of the league during that last 10-game period, you know what I mean? You could have cashed out.
Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it? I don't know.
I wonder what it would have been. Be interesting to know. We'll know. Mark will know.
But Mark, you know, but he wouldn't have it anyway. You know what I mean? He would have just for 200 quid. You got to let it ride. And that's one of them things. I remember also. I'll tell you very quickly. You remember when Man City? He was at the Toby joke. Man City won the league against QPR. Aguero, and he had the shirt. They scored 2 goals at home to QPR to win the league. And I think he was with Labrooks then. I don't know if it was just, he must have had a 3 or 4 timer. And he was down in the dumps. Aguero scored a winning goal, superb, on the volley. When it was on the volley? Something like that?
No, inside the box, yeah.
Inside the box. Anyway, scored the winning goal, and I know we had to fly home specially to pick up 26 grand. Absolutely. Nice. But that was probably a 2 or a 3 timer. So Mark the Bookie, top boy. Listen, if you put your money where your mouth is, then you've got to pick it up. There's only one winner ever. That's the Bookie.
That's why Mark's a Bookie.
And don't forget, I do Cheltenham racing for him up at Topping Grapes, as you all know. Oh, the hardest 4 days of my life, I promise you, it's bump all 4 days. Mental. But I love it. Absolutely love it. Right, that's your bit of football there. Now, I was telling you in the car, because obviously you do like a bit of horse racing. You used to have a little bit here and there, but you're not into it as much as I am, obviously. No. So as I said, if you've had your head buried in the sand, it's the Irish in it. They're somewhat different, aren't they? You know, you'll see a 4 to 6 favourite get hammered, a 28 to 1 pops up quite a few times. Anyway, there's a guy called Dylan Phelan, as you probably know, stable lad at the Declan Quealy stables. I showed you, didn't I, this morning? Right, the trainer in Ireland. April the 19th, 2024, and I want your vision of this, version of this, 2024. He's only 25. Now, again, he's a stable lad, so what does he do in a stable lad? Does he ride them out? Does he feed them?
Yeah, does everything.
Does everything.
Out, he does it all.
You know what I mean?
Does it all.
He's at Limerick. He had €30 each way on 2 horse, a double, on that day. Okay, now, Diamond Nora was 125 to 1 at that particular time, and Rocky's Diamond, okay, 80 to 1. Whether they were family, both with Diamond in, don't know. Could be 80 to 1. And what happened? They both won. Now, it was due to pick up over €300,000, just under 320 grand. And the Labrooks is still under investigation over a 12-month later into the racing authorities. They both won at about 16 to 1 and 20 to 1. Obviously put the word out, and they were back. I think one of them beat the favourite by about 6 lengths and so forth. And the reasons why he said they think they won, because one was a change of tactics, the trainer said, and the other one, they removed the protective hood. So who knows? So what I'm saying is, would you pay out or would you not? Leave it in the comments. What's your honest opinion, big man?
Listen, you know the bookies are going to not want to pay that bet out. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. They don't want to pay it out.
Yeah.
Like you just said, there's only one winner, that's the bookie. If he's not done nothing illegal, then he should get paid out.
Yeah.
If he's allowed to bet, not like a footballer, if he's allowed to bet on his sport, and he's had the bet, 125 and 80 if he's betting, and they won at a much shorter price, not his fault.
Well, he's allowed to bet. The ones that are not allowed to bet, obviously, is the jockey, because obviously they're and the trainers. That's the two.
Yeah, well,
they don't want to
give me my money.
Yeah.
Give me my money. The point. That's what I want. I want my money.
But
mate.
You do get inside information here and there.
Well,
we all do.
Yeah, but listen, if there weren't no such thing as tips, there wouldn't be any bookies.
No, for sure.
Right, because when does a tip become a tip?
Yeah.
It's only becomes a tip when the owner knows it's going to win.
Yeah.
Once it starts all getting verbally abused, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's backing it, the owner's going to say, pull it again.
Yeah.
I don't want it to win at 3 to 1.
There was one yesterday. I try to think where it was. I was watching telly yesterday afternoon at home on Racing UK, and 10 minutes before the off, it was 12-1, and it was in Ireland or Scotland, Ireland I think it was, Ireland definitely, and it ended up 4-1, and it won by about 5 lengths. I've basically nearly led
because they don't really want to back on it. They just do it at the last minute, go and lump right on it, and then no one knows, and that's the way it should be.
And I had a tip 2 days ago. I won't tell you who it was, but one of the trainers that I know, good friend, is one of his best mates, and a lot of us backed it, and the owner pulled it in the last minute.
Yeah.
I think what it was.
Too much money had gone on it, mate.
It's too much money. I don't think the owner probably got on before, because what happens is, sometimes the word gets out,
and the owner don't get on himself.
Yeah, exactly. So
and he gets the ump.
And he says, put it, and then what you got to do, you got to put it in your tracker, and then hopefully next time out. But you got to know the owner, you got to know the people, haven't you, within the game. It really, really is. Well, listen, I hope you've enjoyed that extra little bit of horse racing and football, betting, gambling, all true facts. Mark the Bookie. If you're in town, if you're in a decky, you're in Portugal, pop up to see Mark, head and beyond the bar. Lovely, lovely girl. Linda sometimes works there, or works it most of the time if Mark's not there. Go have a little flutter, have a couple of drinks, and send all your pals there. It's a great little bar. That's in the Hopping Grapes on Portugal, first floor level. So, anybody you want to say hello to? Or
tomorrow's a sad day for me. We're saying goodbye to one of my very good friends, Alvin. He's getting buried tomorrow.
Oh, dear.
Some of the family will be there, a lot of friends will be there. Just sending love to his family, his son David and his daughter Nicola.
Yeah.
Wishing them all the best.
Yeah.
And he was a good one, good man that's
Football
been
man.
taken away. Tottenham supporter, funny enough.
Yeah, Tottenham.
Sport, good fella though, really nice fella.
Yeah.
Just wish his family all the best for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll second that. Okay, do you have a good Easter?
Yeah.
Did you do much?
Ate lots of chocolate.
Yeah, as you did.
Ate lots of food.
Yeah.
That's it. Just all I did. Watch football.
Yeah.
Football this weekend. Boxing the weekend. It's all at the weekend.
Yeah, there's a big
football tonight. Arsenal tonight.
Yeah, Arsenal playing Palace.
Lucky City last night.
Yeah, they got the
very lucky.
The last couple of minutes. I didn't think they played that well.
I just hope Forest can stay there and get in there, mate.
Yeah.
I really hope they get in that top.
Well, they had a
five.
good 2-1 win away to Tottenham, didn't they, at White Hart Lane? So
I wasn't going to mention it, mate. I wasn't going to mention it.
Well, I did. On a big shout.
Foggy will be after you, boy, for mentioning that.
Yeah, sorry for a big shout from my pal Foggy. If you've not subscribed to him, Foggy the Explorer from Leon C, and he drinks in the Oakwood. Absolute quality.
Benfica. Do you know what I want to know?
What's that?
How they had that much possession and didn't score a goal till the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they did.
It's crazy. Yeah. I think they're 15th in the league, right?
Yeah.
They've scored the same amount of goals as us, 61.
Is that right?
And they're 15th in the league.
15th in the league.
They're below West Ham.
Yeah. Hey, even Man United to the poor as well, aren't they? So it is what it is. Benfica, I've got Eusebio's autograph.
Nice.
Well, I never got it, my pal got it for me. Right, listen, we've got to go now. Lost things. Hope you had a great Easter.
We're going to have a cup of tea, bit of cake.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to say, a big happy birthday to my grandson, Alfie George. That's Lee's big boy. Lovely.
Happy birthday, Alfie. Happy St George's Day, everyone.
Yeah, of course, happy St George's Day, everybody.
See, you say I'm not the Englishman.
Yeah, no, I forgot.
There you go. There you go.
Sorry, big man. Love you loads. So, listen, please share it, like and subscribe. Have a go. Look at the betting. It's fantastic. It is what it is. So, from me, Webby, a big pal.
Take care, everyone. Have a good weekend.
And we'll see you
Saturday.
See you Saturday, all right? Take care. Bye from me.